It's the man with the plan, D Brown.
And it's your girl, JoJo Brown, and this is Keeping It Real with the Browns, where we keep it all the way real.
All the way real.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Wait, before we even get into it, before we even start the show, remind them, what do they need to do?
Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share with at least 5 to 10 people so we can continue to push the envelope to change lives and shift perspectives.
Absolutely, 1,000%. You guys do not want to miss this episode. But first and foremost, we came here to talk business.
Business.
Right? And so as we were prepping, we said we're going to come down real business, real boss. And I just want to take a moment to appreciate my husband, who truly came down here looking real business, real boss, in his...
Real debonair.
Yeah, real debonair in his wardrobe. How you feel? You feel you comfy, huh?
Listen, man, this is how I felt coming on the show today, right?
Listen,
the clothes don't make the man. The man makes the outfit.
You
the man makes the clothes.
You make a point.
What other way, as far as the subject matter that we'll be discussing today, to not come in my presidential custom robe that my wife and my beautiful kids got me for Father's Day? So,
well, listen, that's the beautiful thing about when you own
live.
your own
Facts. We don't live for our first name. We live for our last name.
All right, now, Brown, I see you. We see you with the custom Brown.
Oh, yeah.
I know that's right. He came real big, bold, and boss.
Yes, indeed. Oh, I like that. Big, bold, and boss. Absolutely.
Yes. But let me tell you, I came real cute, too, though, because...
Oh, yeah, you looking good.
Episode 7, as you see it up there, credit game tight. Why bad credit ain't cute in 2025. But see, I came cute because my credit is cute. So I'm going to come in here... like what I look like and what I am. So
is it a fair assessment to say I came boss and you're coming
cute?
I mean, that's a fair assessment, right? What do you all think? Do you all think, how we are presented today, that I look like a boss? Well, I am a boss in 1,000%. Real time, real life. So, but I mean, as far as the appearance, what do you all think? Drop it in the comments.
Yeah, drop it in the comments. I say, when you own your own shit, when you got great credit, when you listen, can't nobody tell you nothing. So if you want to, I warned y'all at the beginning of the first of the second season, first episode. I said, y'all don't be surprised if he come down here with a robe on, and here he is with his robe on. I think I called it a wardrobe in the beginning, but it's a robe.
You said wardrobe?
I think wardrobe. Well, that's the Latina in me.
Well, listen, robe is in wardrobe.
Well, there you go. When you...
So we get it.
Anyhow, we're going to get into this subject matter.
Let's get it.
Okay, because we are literally talking about, we're talking about all things credit. We're talking about Donnie. Donnie, we have some topics about Donnie, and we're going to highlight a little bit on the upcoming projects, which I'm super excited to talk about. Our Mastermind mentorship that will be taking place here in Atlanta, Georgia.
The ATL, the 404-770-470678. I mean, we got all type of area codes. All of it. We got so many people migrating here to Atlanta, to Georgia.
I'm a 305, right? Girl. 305 till I die.
305, right? She's an ATLN. Don't ever forget it.
You can get me out of Miami, but you can't get Miami out of me. That's why my area code is still 305.
Okay. And then listen, I adopted the area code as well. So
that's how much he loves me. So
I'm from Atlanta, born and raised, but I adopted the area code. So
yeah,
it's all good.
But let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about bad credit. We're gonna talk a little bit about bad credit because see, before you were able to get by with maybe some low 600s, maybe, maybe you can slide by with that. But now in 2025, that's not happening. That's not happening. Close. The lenders are not even entertaining you if you have low 600s anymore. You need to be above a 680, above a 700 to even be able to hold the conversation.
That's so good.
Right now.
Absolutely.
And bad credit it's not only messing with your money, but it's messing with your goals. It's messing with your peace. Mm-hmm. People are stressed out because bad credit, let's be honest, it's stressful. Mm-hmm. It's stressful. So, we want to talk about some talking points, and we're going to start off. I'm thinking about the video you sent me. We're going to start off with Donnie.
Oh, yeah, Donnie
being in office because Donnie is here to make America great again. Or so they say.
So
So what's your feedback on that? Because I have my 2 cents. You know, I don't keep up with the whole political stuff, but I got my 2 cents on that. But I want to hear what you have. What do you think about where things are going, how things are shifting, where credit is going, finances, the economy, with Donnie being back in the office?
Yeah, I mean, with inflation being at its all-time high, people not being able to afford groceries, I mean, you could be making $100,000 a year, you still living paycheck to paycheck. I remember growing up as a kid, if I heard someone even mention that they made $100,000, even $90,000 a year, we thought that they were well off financially. But that's not the case in this economic landscape that we're in currently, right? Like Donnie is saying, he's here to make America great again. He means that, and we need to take heed of that to understand that not only our credit, but our finances need to be prioritized more than they ever been, right? Like, and let's like not even talk about if you're looking to buy a home, if you're looking to get into a car, new vehicle. Let's just talk about like positioning yourself to a better tomorrow, right? Where we can eliminate uncertainty, right? Like Joe mentioned, like if you have been putting your credit on the back burner, and the reason why we say this is because we're partnered with lenders, we're partnered with personal bankers, we're partnered with mortgage brokers, we're partnered with realtors, and we're seeing these applications, we're looking at it and evaluating these applications, and the criteria now, the qualifications now are not what they were 5-6 years ago. They have buckled down, and it's not even about who's in office, right? It's about unethical consumers, American consumers that have tried to finesse the system.
Yep.
And because of that, in result, these lenders are now saying, no, there's extra paperwork that needs to be submitted. There's extra, credentials that need to be submitted, whether you're a business owner or you're looking to take out a personal loan or a business loan. You have to show additional credentials, right? But credit, let's get back there.
It's time to tighten up with this credit.
It's time to tighten up more than ever. 600 is not cutting it. If you were walking around with lower than a 700 credit score,
you got bad credit.
Bad. That's where we're at right now in our economic landscape. If you have anything lower than if you have 680, bad credit. Anything under 700, bad credit.
I think 680 is not considered fair credit.
Yeah, 680 is considered fair credit.
Anything below that is poor credit.
Yeah, anything below that is poor credit.
The climate is changing, man. There's stricter financial goals, new policies that are coming in place, all that emphasize around credit worthiness. So people really need to tighten up with credit. So credit is your financial ID. It's like your fingerprint. It speaks for you even before you open your mouth. So when you're coming in, whether it's to apply for a home, a vehicle, even to rent, because the criteria for even renting have changed.
Yeah.
The requirements are more stricter, right? That is just the economic climate that we're in today. So it is time for people to take credit serious. I know oftentimes we can put more emphasis on what's happening outside. And like you mentioned earlier, doesn't matter who's in the White House. It truly doesn't. You need to start taking control of what you can control.
That's good.
And what you can control is, forget about the damn eggs being more than a Victoria's Secret bra, okay? Like, if you have buying power, if you had credit, guess what you could leverage? OPM, other people's money. And you know how you can do that? When you have buying power, when you get your personal credit intact, and then you're able to, guess what? Invest in a business or take out business credit or whatever the case is and use other people's money, the bank's money. So y'all better stop sleeping.
Credit, it ain't optional no more.
It is a necessity.
It's a necessity. Like, if you have poor credit, I trust we get it. We understand you're feeling it, and you're feeling it hard.
Yeah.
Because it's costing you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars having unsubstantial credit. You know, bad credit equals blocked blessings. You're blocking your blessings because you have poor credit.
OMG, talk about it. Abundance is your birthright now.
Abundance is your birthright. So, I'm going to poke the bear on this one.
Poke the bear. Poke the bear.
You can recite all the scriptures in the world. You can talk about how much faith you got. But if people are giving you these gems and this knowledge and you sitting on it, God is like, what are you doing, my child?
Listen, at the end of the day,
what are you doing? God gives us free will. God gives us free will. Not to cut you off, Queen, but God gives us free will. Right? And ultimately, we got to stop playing victim. We got to stop blaming Donnie, the president. He's our president. And we should,
whether we like it or not,
whether you voted for him or not, right? Whether you're a Democrat, a Republican, a liberal, whatever you are, right? He's our president. And we want to wish him the best, because if you're wishing against him, then you're essentially wishing against your own country, that the soil that you reside on. We don't want to wish. We want, of course, this country lacks accountability. That's the first step. If we can hold him to the flame, and if he's passing these legislations and promising these things and it's not being done, understand what has happened over the course of 4 to 8 years. Right? So we need to take heed of that and understand that, wait a minute, control what you can control. Nothing more, nothing less. If you can control what you can control, let God handle the rest. But it starts with understanding your credit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I have to say this while we're still on the topic. I truly have to say this. I want to debunk right now, in today's economic climate, that no credit is good credit. I am sorry.
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up.
No. We got to stop that, because a lot of people think that having no credit is playing it safe. And guess what? If you have no credit, you're invisible to the lenders. They have nothing to go off of. They don't have a history for you. So if you're trying to invest into something, whether it's, home ownership, and you're trying to get qualified for it, or whatever goals you have, if you have no credit, then the best way I can put it is you're invisible. You have no history. They have nothing to go by anymore. And in today's climate, they need something to go by. They need to know. They need to understand that you're going to be an asset and not a liability. That you're going to be able to pay back the loan. And the only way they can do that is through your credit history.
Yes.
So stop the bull crap about, I don't have no credit, so that's no credit is good credit. I'm just going to use my cash.
Like, why? Understand the logic. There's no logic behind that. You're basically saying to yourself, well, I'm basically going to use what I have as far as cash, but why not just build your credit, leverage your credit to use the bank's money, right? To invest in whatever business that you're looking to have. Take that other liquid and create other IPAs, income producing assets, right? Whether it's in real estate, whether it's a lucrative recession-proof service or business, that's the strategic, smart way to go about it. But yeah, we got to get out of this notion of saying, I don't need credit. I'm just going to use my cash. The biggest expense in life is what we don't know. You don't know what you don't know, and we get it, right? Poor credit is just an inconvenience. Just think about it. You go into a dealership, right? And you got your eyes set on a vehicle. This is your first rodeo, or it may have been 5-6 years since you bought a car, right? And you have your eyes set on a particular vehicle. and then they run your credentials, they run your credit, they run your financials, and they say, well, you can't afford this based off of your credit. That can be very discouraging to a lot. Wouldn't you agree?
Yep. 1,000%.
Right? So if I'm like, all right, well, I got my eyes set on this particular car, but you're saying based off my credit and my credentials and my financials, I can only drive off the lot with this car, but I don't want that car. I want this car. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Brown, you can't afford that car. But just imagine going into a dealership with posture, with confidence,
With that buying power.
with certainty, with that buying power, knowing I got an 800 plus credit score. My finances are in order. I want this car. I only want to be in the dealership under an hour. I don't want to put no money down if you choose not to do so, right? Because that's your prerogative, right? That's posture.
You're taking control.
You're taking control, right? Because you have that buying power, right? So, yeah, definitely you want to ensure that your credit is substantial because, as Joe mentioned, these lenders, these banks, when they say they are not playing, they are not playing. And these gurus online and social media, if it sounds too good to be true, 9 times out of 10, that's what it is, right? Stop listening to everybody on online because they just selling you a bunch of bull crap.
Yeah.
I'm serious. They selling you a bunch of bull crap. I'm seeing it all, and I'm just like shaking my head. And I'm like, yo, like this is crazy. And desperate time calls for desperate measures. So people are actually running with it. And all you doing, I get so many people, babe, they'll send me DMs.
I was about to say the
like,
same
yo,
thing.
like they'll send me DMs like I'm not in the industry. Like this is not what I've been doing since 2019. Like this is not what we do every single day. And I'm like, the audacity for you to send someone like me some bullshit like this, you should be ashamed of yourself. Like I don't even respond because I'm just like, I'm not going to even engage in just fabricated information.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Be careful with what you're paying attention online. You can't believe everything that you see. Do your own research, ask questions, and stop waiting for your situation to magically fix itself. Time doesn't heal credit, action does. So, you know what I'm saying?
Say that one more time for the people in the back.
Time doesn't heal credit, action does.
Time does not heal credit, action does. I had to be a co-signer on that real quick.
But see, if you have real good credit and you have buying power, you won't need a co-signer. So, you know, I don't know. I was piggybacking up, talking about the car and all that good stuff.
That's good, right? And that's another thing, piggybacking off of the buying a vehicle. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Brown, you don't have the best credit, but do you know anyone that you trust that, you know, that can co-sign for you? That's too much. Now we pushing the issue. Now we're being desperate, and that's what they want you to do. They sense a person that's desperate.
Right.
Oh, my car just broke down. But you've been told this information months, years ago, but you've been sitting on it because you playing with your future. You playing with your life. You're like, oh, well, it is what it is. Wait
a minute, but if you're a parent, you're not only playing with your life, you're playing with your children's life.
With your children's life, you playing, like, listen, like, what are we doing? Like, we got to get out of our own way. Like, the information is there. The solution is there. You know what I'm saying? And salute and congratulations to those clients and to those individuals that have actually taken action to say, you know what, like, I'm going to stop playing with my future, you know? So, hey, listen, stop flexing with debt.
Stop flexing with
There's
debt.
no flexing when you're leveraging your own debt. There's no flex in that. Like when you pulling out your cash, 9 times out of 10, you got a 400 credit score. And
you know what's crazy? What's crazy is that there's so many resources out here that people can truly be leveraging, such as AKA our podcast, where we come and we share value and share gems. We have programs out there, credit education, our mentorship that's coming up here in the city of Atlanta, where we're going to be discussing all of these things. We're going to discuss credit, personal credit, business credit, how to set up a successful credit repair company, how to structure out your business, compliance, just a number of things. But people continue to sit on their own potential. People continue to sit. And unfortunately people don't need credit until they need credit. What do we mean by that? Mm-hmm. So when you go and you're ready to go buy that house, right? And you go get that pre-qualification to only find out, oh, sorry, we won't be able to show you any homes right now. Because guess what? Now realtors are not showing you homes unless you have a pre-qualified letter. That's and good. They're not going to give you a pre-qualified letter unless you have average 680 and above.
That's good.
So things are changing.
That's good. That's so good. She's telling the honest God truth. Why? Because we're partnered with these realtors, right? We have our clients. A lot of our clients are in the process of purchasing a home, and we let them know, listen, we get it. With first-time home buyers, you don't know, right? So you think, all right, cool, I can start just looking around at houses. Well, if you get a realtor, the first thing they're going to ask you is, where's your pre-approval letter? Where's your pre-qualification letter? Well, I haven't gotten that far. Like you're moving backwards, mm-hmm. right? We don't want you to move backwards. We want you to take the proper steps to ensure that it's a seamless process, that it's a stress-free process. But if you don't understand that, and here's the reason, here's one of the things that we educate our clients on, right? Mm-hmm. Two things. Make sure you have an honorable and a trustworthy realtor and an honorable and a trustworthy lender. That's not just looking at you as just a transaction, right? Mm-hmm. But understands, well, the first step is, how's your credit, right? Brown Solution Services, right? They're going to send listen, if you're a realtor, if you're a mortgage broker, if you are a potential or a first-time home buyer, Brown Solution Services, they're sending you to her and her team, right? Because of the track record. The track record. And I'm not saying this is because she's my wife. I'm saying this in real time. Listen, documentation beats conversation.
Every single time.
The track record is there. Like, we've helped countless of people get into homes based off the dynamic credit repair program. But you got to be willing to trust the process.
1,000%.
If you're not willing to trust this process, then our program is not for you. Mm-hmm. And you can't. And we gotta shift our mindsets to say, well, I got to pay to fix my credit. Well, you've been walking around with bad credit for 10 plus years.
Right.
What's the difference?
Well, hold on. Here's what you don't have to pay for, since you want to make it all about that. Here's what you don't have to pay for. You don't have to pay to know exactly where you're at. You don't mm-hmm. have to pay to take action.
That's good.
You don't have to pay to reach out and say, you know what? Dang it. My credit is not where I need it to be. I need to be able to identify where my credit is. I know you all offer complimentary credit analysis. That costs you nothing. That costs you nothing to be able to look at your credit report, see where you are, see where you can potentially be, and take action to get there and make it happen. Listen, one thing about us is we're not going to sugarcoat nothing. I'm going to talk to you with love and grace, but I'm going to also talk to you looking at you right in the camera.
That's good.
Straightforward.
It's like, because when are you going to get it? And we're not here to convince.
Oh, no, we're not here to convince.
Because, listen, we didn't convince you to mess your credit. Right? It's just listen, call a spade a spade. It is what it is. Right? We're not here to convince. Right? Because there's so many other people out there that's like, yo, like.
That are taking action.
I need that. Exactly. I need that. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be real with yourself and ask mm-hmm. yourself, like, yeah, I'm procrastinating. All right. Stop procrastinating.
Stop procrastinating. Stop procrastinating and be real. Because bad credit in 2025 is cute. Broke behavior.
It's broke behavior. Is no matter how you slice it, dice it, fillet it, souffle it. It's broke behavior. That's what it is. Like, you have to understand that, people. Like, you have to literally understand that when you are walking around with poor credit, it is costing you so much, right? So much every single day. Every day you wake up, just think about it. Unforeseen circumstances happen. Car goes out, transmission goes out, but you don't have good credit. You don't have the income. Now you're stressed out, but you had the information, you had the resources, and you decided not to take advantage because you're getting in your own way. So, like Joe mentioned, to take action doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost you anything to take action.
As a matter of fact, if you are someone who is struggling with credit, if you need help with credit, if you don't know where your credit stands, I want you to comment the word credit in the comment section, and either ourselves or someone from our team will reach out to you, and I personally will conduct your credit analysis. Okay? So again, at the end of the day, we're here to provide you the information, the value, the resources. It's on you to do with that information what you desire, and the hope is that you will take action to position yourself for a better tomorrow.
That's good.
Okay?
But go ahead.
Oh no, that was my part.
I was going to say, but as mentioned, right, you got to do your part, right? You got to do your part. So if you choose to take action, you decide, like, you know what, I want to identify what's on my credit. I want to identify exactly what's hindering me from getting to a 700 plus, 800 plus credit score, because it's attainable.
Attainable.
It's very attainable. You will blow your mind when you're like, dang, you'll probably start beating yourself up, right? Like, dang, I should have took action 6 months ago, a year ago. It's all good. The past is the past. We are focusing on the now. We're focusing on the present, right? So once you take action and you speak to someone from our team or the queen herself, listen, you got to do your part. So the roadmap that's given to you, understand that, okay, I have the roadmap, right? Am I going to execute on this roadmap? Or am I going to be that entitled individual that says, well, I'm paying something, let them do everything? It doesn't work like that.
We don't deal with entitlements.
Credit repair does not work like that. You still have to do your homework.
Yep.
You still have to do your part. You still have to pay your bills on time. You still have to trust the process. You still have to ensure that if you have open revolving credit card accounts, that your utilization needs to be 10% or under. What does that mean? Hey, let's say you have $1,000 credit limit. You don't want to go over $100 on that credit card. And if you do, you need to identify two things: when your statement due date is and when your statement closing date is on that credit card, right? So if you're using your credit card and your statement closing date is on the 25th and you use it on the 25th, it reports to the credit bureaus a day or two after. So whatever balance is reflected on your account, that's what's going to report to the credit bureaus. So when you're coming back to Brown Solution Services and you're like, well, my credit score dropped, we know. And it's funny. It's funny because we'll get clients that'll try to finesse us.
Yeah.
Well, my credit score dropped. I don't understand why. Like, listen to who you're talking to, the expert. You're reaching out to the expert, so you can't finesse us because we can see everything in real time. Well, your credit score dropped because your credit card utilization is 98%.
Which makes up 30% of how your overall credit is factored.
Right? So you really want to understand that. And hey, listen, we're gonna put the ball back in your court. Our team works relentlessly to ensure that we help you, right? But you got to be willing to say, all right, I got to do my part. I'm gonna and shout out once again to our clients that actually trust the process. They follow our roadmap. It's simple. It is simple. Our children can follow this roadmap, right? If you just say, all right, I am willing to follow you all's roadmap. I'm going to do exactly what you tell me to do because I want to get into this home. I'm ready to invest in a business. I'm ready to, just level up financially. If you follow the roadmap, If you don't follow the roadmap, you're delaying yourself. But if you do follow the roadmap, you'll be surprised where you can be in the next 3 months. Guaranteed. The next 3 months, by the end of 2025, if you follow the roadmap, I guarantee you'll be like, dang, all right, cool. But if you don't follow the roadmap, you're just delaying the process.
100%. All of the above. Everything that he said.
Actions, what we're going to do on this episode, I think we should do, we're going to put the link, right? We're going to put our link in the description box below this video, okay? All you need to do is click on that link. It's going to redirect you to create an account, right? A credit monitoring account. You need to understand this. This is very important to understand. Make sure you take notes, all right? Every American consumer across the United States needs to ensure that they have a credit monitoring account. Every one of us needs to have a reputable credit monitoring account, right?
Credit Karma is not reputable. Sorry, I had to put that in there.
Right? You need to ensure that. You need to be treating your credit report like your adult report card, because that's exactly what it is, okay? Once you have created that, you're going to be on a 7-day trial. We're going to give you a 7-day free trial, right? You submit that back to us. Our team will review your credit report, and then we're going to send you a realistic roadmap. All right? Once we send you that realistic roadmap, now you have clarity and understanding exactly where you're at and where you can be in the next 60 to 90 days.
Absolutely.
But again, in order to get ahead,
you got to take action.
You got to take action. That's the only way. But if you're sitting on bad credit, you'll continue to have bad credit.
That's so good. So it's on you all to take action. And as he mentioned, we will provide the link of the credit monitoring right in the comment section so that you guys have access to it, and feel free to go ahead and create your accounts. It is very important to have a reputable credit monitoring company, especially for the purpose of gaining your buying power. Many of us have, no shade, Credit Karma. However, Credit Karma only reports from 2 bureaus. You need to ensure that you have a reputable credit monitoring company that's reporting from all 3 bureaus, okay? And I'm going to leave it with this, because some of us, right, if not most of us, have errors on our credit reports. More than 80% of consumers have errors on their credit reports. And in order to be able to challenge those errors, you have to see all 3 credit reports, okay? Some of us have collections on our credit reports that have been sitting there for a very long time, that have been really hindering you from gaining your buying power. Before you even touch those collections, before you even pay a penny of those collections, click the link in the comment section and create your credit monitoring account and allow our team to conduct that analysis, because you would be surprised that you no longer have to pay it.
Yes.
So listen to the resources, the gems, the value that is being brought to you, and do execute on that information.
Yes. Do not act off desperation. Like what Joe mentioned, whoever is watching this, if you know someone that is in a credit bind and they're like, yo, I'm drowning myself in credit card debt, or I have these collections, like, do not operate out of desperation. And we're going to have a couple more episodes talking about diving deeper into credit and how credit works, yes, and what's on your credit reports, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then also for my business owners, that are looking to establish business credit and really level up to go out there and get maximum business funding. We'll dive into that on a, hey, listen, we're here every week, right? Mm-hmm. So we have so much knowledge and gems to share with you guys, but understand this. Once you have identified what's on your credit, mm-hmm, right? Now what you're going to do, you have clarity, you have understanding, and is building hope, right? Is building that confidence, and okay, cool, I got the information now. right? What are you going to do with the information at that point? Are you going to continue to sit on the information, or you're going to say, nah, man, it's whatever I got to do, I'm going to do it. Your credit is too important to be taken lightly. It's not important until it is important. It is not important until your credit is not important until it is important. Right? So understand that. You have the resources. We'll drop the link in the description below, right? Below this video, right? Create the account. What do you have to lose? What do they have to lose?
Nothing.
You don't have anything to lose but a couple of minutes.
If that.
Creating the account. If that, like 30 seconds. Just creating the account. Sending it back over to us. And then we'll put our email where you will send your credentials to, and our team will take a look at it, and we'll go from there. But if it's to be, it's up to me. You got any real talk, real gems you want to share with the people before we close out for this segment? Boom.
Well, last thing I want to leave you all with is,
I feel like Birdman. I'm sorry. I'm rubbing my hands like this robe.
Well, you got the fit for it. So.
Oh man, hey, it's raining today, man. I was like, listen. I said it's raining. I don't know what's going on. Do we got a tropical thunderstorm somewhere, people? I asked my wife that this morning. She don't know, but I'm like, it's too much rain going. Like all I want to do is stay in my robe. So after this, I'm gonna go to the gym. I might go to the gym in my robe. What y'all think?
This man. All right, let's get to the real talk, real gems. So before we close out, I want to leave you guys with, don't be embarrassed if you have bad credit. Okay,
That's
we've
true.
all been there. Okay, yes. Don't be embarrassed. Do not be embarrassed if you have bad credit. And if we're talking with love and with so much conviction, is because we want to see you win. We want to see you reach your goals. So please don't be embarrassed if you have bad credit. Be embarrassed if you don't do anything about it, if you don't take action, if you don't at least conduct the analysis, because you would be surprised, as many of our clients would be surprised of the tweaks or minor fixes that are needed on a credit report in order to help you start raising that score, start gaining that buying power. And at the end of the day, the purpose of that analysis is to be able to give you the opportunity to see where you stand, to see where you can be, right? And how you can take action. And we're going to set those realistic expectations. We're not here to, this is not a microwave era. Credit is something that takes time. Every file is different. Some people gain their buying powers in 90 days. Some people have a little bit more challenges. It might take them 3, 4, 5 months. But that is the purpose of the analysis, to be able to see where you stand, where you can be, allow you a time frame, and set those realistic expectations. So take action.
I'm going to leave you guys with these 3 key points, right? For my parents, for those that are looking to build a legacy for themselves, for their family, for their lineage. It's bigger than you. It's your legacy. It's your legacy at stake. It's bigger than you. Now, if you're only focusing on you, cool, this is not for you. But if you're like, I have kids, right, that are still in my home, right? I don't have any empty nesters. I still got kids. This is for you. Think of credit as a key to ownership, not just consumption.
Whew.
Not just like, I'm trying to fix my credit because I need to buy a car because I'm desperate. Or I need to fix my credit because I want to get out. I want to take this personal loan out because I need some more cash flow. Think of credit as ownership, not just for your own consumption.
That's good.
Business credit, real estate, and partnerships, they all require trust. How do you expect, if you have poor credit, that these lenders, these real estate professionals, these brokers are able to trust you? Again, your credit report is like your adult report card. And that tells a lender everything that they need to know about you and how responsible you are, not just with your credit, but your overall financial well-being, your overall financial profile, how responsible you are. All right. All trust is built on substantial credit.
Yes, indeed.
When you have substantial credit, people are looking at you differently. They're like, oh, they're about business. All right. If you are a parent, for my parent, your credit habits model financial behavior for your kids.
Yes, indeed.
I'm going to repeat that again. If you're a parent, your credit habits model financial behavior for your kids. Your kids pay attention to everything that you do, whether you see it or not. So if you're putting your credit on the back burner, they're watching that. If you're like, well, I can't, they're seeing that. They're going to model after that. So you got to ask yourself as a parent, wait a minute, I'm not just doing this for myself. I am doing this for my kids. I am doing this for my lineage. I'm ready to level up financially because we are in 2025 and things ain't going. If you're still in a time machine and you're praying every day that things will go back pre-COVID, you're sadly mistaken. It's not going back. It's not going back. But I have good news for you. You can dictate your future. You can dictate a better tomorrow. You can dictate better credit. You can dictate better financial habits. You can dictate these things. It starts with you. Let's get it.
We'll see you guys on the next episode.
See you next week. We love you.